On Airtel Touching Lives tonight, we look at how the lack of access to fresh water can affect so many aspects of people's lives. Touching lives. Coming up in tonight's episode, we visit the Ilaja Community in Lagos.
Kí làwọn àgbàlagbà máa ṣe, a máa wò tí wà ní. Nǹkan ibi tá ti wà kì í ṣe ọ̀ràn 20 years, kì í ṣe 30 years tá ti wà ń bí ṣé àwa ṣe máa sí kiri. Ó ṣòro fún wa. Nǹkan táwa fi dúró nìyẹn. Tá bá sá ní pé ká ṣá máa wo ojú Ọlọ́run. Nǹkan táwa fi dúró nìyẹn.
It's something they've been praying that someday, somehow, something good would happen, such as having potable water.
And we catch up with Philomena Ukweze from season 3.
I wanna touch your life. I wanna be the change. I'm gonna shine my light. I'm gonna make a difference. Touch your life. Be the change. Shine my light. And make a difference. You're the one to make the world a much better place. You're the one. Touching lives.
In season 3, we visited Bethesda Home and School for the Blind.
Loneliness looks like someone that is outside the society.
People that are blind are always, criticized and discriminated.
The life of blind people in Nigeria, you see, when you go over the street, you see them begging, destitute everywhere because they don't have people to take care of them.
I wasn't born blind. My age when I got blind, I was 21 years old. I was having constant headache all of a sudden. When I was looking at some things, the color started changing, and from there, I couldn't see again. When I became blind, everything went back to the scratch because you have to learn the way of reading and writing. Everything you have to begin from the beginning. I thought that the life has come to an end. I saw life as a meaningless thing because I couldn't move anywhere. I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't further my education anymore because of it. My family locked me up because even before I went blind, I came from a poor background family. They couldn't take me around to see if it's something that can be restored, maybe through medication, because they lack what it takes. So I was locked up. For that 6 years that I was locked up, it was very painful because, as in, if I look at my friends, they were all in universities, they were going out, coming in, but me, I couldn't go anywhere. I was just in the house, doing nothing, crying day and night. Sometimes I would request for death to take away my life, but I couldn't see, death couldn't come.
Philomena's story is a compassionate one because Philomena's mother is blind. His 2 brothers too are blind. So, and when he heard about us, I said, come, we are going to assist. Somebody told me about her that it's not doing, they lock her inside the house. Nobody is coming to see their mother or her. So, and I said, okay, tell her that I will come and I will pick her, that she can still go to school.
When they called me, I told her, Ma, that I can't make it, that my family is very poor.
I said, don't worry. He said, how can somebody say he will take her and pay school fees, feed her, do everything free? He said they don't have any money, even money to come to Lagos, they don't have it. I said, don't worry, I will send money for you to come.
Bethesda Home for the Blind has saved my life. In fact, save is an understatement. It has restored life to me.
So the first thing that we want to do is that we're going to give both of you laptops with voice recognition software.
Oh my God.
That's the first thing. We're also going to give you mobility canes to help your independence, and you can move around a lot more. And of course, we know you want to go to school as well. So Airtel, of course, will be covering your fees for university.
Wow. Now who do all these? Jesus. Oh my God.
We recently caught up with Philomena to see how her life has changed.
It has been so great so far, because since the time Airtel touched my life, it has not remained the same. Because it's Airtel that gave me laptop computer and just software that enables it to talk everything that is displaying in the screen. And that laptop is what has been enabling me to write my assignments, my tests, and my exams. And not only that, whenever I scan my textbooks into the laptop, I'll be able to read and to understand. Also, they gave me Sony audio recorder, which I've been using to record everything that the lecturer is lecturing. And that is why I've been able to study after classroom. I know that my tomorrow will be better. Thank you, Airtel Nigeria.
The Ilaja community is based in Lekki. Squeezed between affluent suburbs, the community struggles with access to basic necessities that many of us take for granted.
I nominated this community because I came here, I felt so sad, I felt so horrible within when I saw the level of poverty this community are living in. This Ilaja community has so many problems, so many challenges. And at the top of that challenge is water. The community does not have potable water to drink, and that has caused a lot of problem in the sense that the hygiene problem is something that the community had to battle with, in the sense that because when there's outbreak of diseases for lack of potable water, that causes a lot of problem for them. One, they don't have the money to take care of themselves. Two, they don't have an health center where they can possibly go to treat themselves or anything. So the impact of not having potable water is so much. It doesn't stop at just them not having good hygiene. It goes as far as, impoverishing the children, in the sense that the children have to go so many miles to get water. That, in return, impacts them not being able to have access to education because they have to go look for water for their mom to do their daily chores. So if the children have to go that far to get water, then what time do they go to school? How far is their school to the community? So all this and so much more, some of the challenges they're going through. And if water is one of the things that could be removed out of those challenges, that could go as far as making life better for them.
Ìyá omi oúnjẹ wa ń bẹ, ibi míì náà ti lọ ń pọn omi.
A lè rómi pọn. Omi tí ò dá a lè lò, a lè fi ṣe nǹkan kan. It's better ká tó rómi gan ìnira ló jẹ́. A máa sáré ká tó rómi ni a lè rómi. Ibo la ti fẹ́ rómi náà gan. Omi ló jẹ́ ìṣòro wa. Omi, a rómi kankan.
When you take a look around, you see a lot of unhygienic things. No drainage, no toilet. How do they even survive? If there's no drainage and you happen to have the rainy season coming right now, it makes life even worse. Everywhere is smelly. You can't breathe the kind of air you're supposed to breathe because everywhere is polluted. The challenge for hygiene is greater.
Ibi tó ṣe rí lọ́kàn ti wà, kò dùn má wa. Àwọn ọmọ mi ń sìn, àwọn ọmọ mi àkàìmọye tó ti kó ìyàwó wọn, tó ti kó ọmọ wọn, tó ti lọ sí ibì míì, wọ́n ní wọn ò lè gbé bí báyìí. Èmi bí tí mo ṣe wà ń sìn, tí ọmọ mi wọn tán bá wá ní school ń sìn, mi ò lè nìkan lápọn mi. Ṣèbí tómi bá wà nítòsí máa gbé ke máa débẹ̀, máa fà, máa padà wá sílé. Mi ò lè nìkan lápọn mi ń sìn. Àwọn ọmọ mi ń sìn, gbogbo wọn ti kúrò níbí. Kò ju ọmọ mẹ́yọ kan tó ti wà níbí yìí sìn. Wọ́n ti kúrò níbí. Ibi tó ti ń ṣe mí lọ́kàn. Tó máa pé àwọn ọmọ ayédàá wọ́n yàtọ̀ sáwa àgbàlagbà. Ibi tó bá dùn, òun ni boys pẹ̀lú girls ń dúró sí. Ṣé mà bẹ́ẹ̀? Ìgbà tó dẹ̀ ti wà bẹ́ẹ̀ tán ni pé màmá, a lè dúró báyìí ká máa wò ń bí àwọn ń lọ o. Òkè kan mú mi lọ, mo lé mi ò lè kúrò ń bí.
They've been living in this kind of condition for the past 30 years. 30 years is too much to live in poverty. It's too much for our children not to have education. So if they've lived already 30 years and we have this large amount of children growing up in this community, then what are we breeding? What kind of children are we raising? If we're raising children in this kind of environment that is so polluted, that means these children are going to seriously grow in poverty because they're not going to school. So if you look at all these challenges, it's enormous.
Kí làwọn àgbàlagbà máa ṣe, a máa wò tiwa ni. Nǹkan ibi tá ti wà kì í ṣe ọ̀ràn 20 years, kì í ṣe 30 years tá ti wà níbí. Ṣé àwa ṣẹ̀ máa sí kiri? Ó ṣòro fún wa. Nǹkan táwa fi dúró nìyẹn. Bàbá sáà ní pé ká ṣáà máa wo ojú Ọlọ́run. Nǹkan táwa fi dúró nìyẹn.
It's something they've been praying that someday, somehow, something good would happen, such as having potable water. This can't be life. Would I want my children to grow up in this kind of community? When I ask myself that question, that makes me want to cry. That makes me feel like, what are we doing? That makes me feel like if each one could help one, I mean, life wouldn't be this difficult. Life shouldn't be this hard.
Kókó nǹkan tá a fẹ́ ń bẹ̀ tó jẹ́ pàtàkì òun ni omi mímu. Torí tí a bá rí omi mu, ẹ̀mí wa ò lè dúró. Kókó nǹkan tí a fẹ́ ní nínú àjà Ìlàjẹ community, omi mímu.
If they're able to get access to some of the things the wealthy, the rich are having access to, I don't think the community will be living in this kind of poverty. So that's one of the more reasons it breaks my heart to see that you have people who have the resources to better the lives of those people. But they're not doing it. They're not doing it. That's so sad. That's terrible.
Máa ń dùn mí lọ́kàn gan. Ìgbà mi a ṣe mí pé máa tún bá Ọlọ́run sọ pé Ọlọ́run ò ṣe bí èmi náà sí ilé olówó. Kó jẹ́ gbogbo nǹkan táwọn náà ń ṣe kó jẹ́ ìrọ̀rùn báwọn ẹbí èmi náà ṣe máa ṣe. Torí gbogbo nǹkan ńlá ayé yìí kò sí èyí tó yìí sí ń bẹ̀, gbogbo ẹ̀ ló le. Gbogbo ẹ̀ pátápátá ló le, kò sí ìrọ̀rùn ń bẹ̀. Máa ń ṣe bí kémi náà. Kọ́lọ́run, mo tún máa ń sọ kọ́lọ́run dáríjì mi o, but kọ́lọ́run mú mi sọ́dọ̀. Gbogbo ìyà tí mò ń jẹ yìí gan ti pọ̀ jù.
This is poverty in the highest order. I'm not happy with that. That poverty makes me cry. That level of living makes me sad. When I sleep, I see these people. That's why I have the passion to come to the community and give the little help I could. So I'm very, very sad. I'm sad, I'm pained in my heart to see children go through this poverty. I would like something be done if there's anybody out there listening. I would like something be done. Take these children out of poverty, please.
Access to fresh and clean water is a basic human right. And once we lack that, it affects us individually and socially as well. Join us on social media and please interact with the program. You'll find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Coming up after the break, I meet representatives of the Ilaja community and we find out what Airtel Touching Lives will be doing. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Airtel Touching Lives. Joining us in the studio, we have Chief Ogunkeyi, Reverend Oduwole, and Mrs. Omaboyoga. Welcome to the program. Thank you so much for being here. You are the Baale of Ilaja Community. And I wanted to know, how does it feel watching your community struggle with all the issues they have to deal with?
The problem we have there, number one, is that we do not have water. Number two is that health center, schools, and many other things.
Reverend, how does it feel to watch the communities suffering? Emotionally, how does it feel?
Emotionally, it will feel bad because the community has been in existence for long and there has not been any help, even from either corporate organization or even government. The roads are bad, there's no potable water to drink, no nearby health center, and all these things bringing the development in that area to very slow. And everybody there are struggling to survive. So watching them in that type of situation is somehow look pathetic, but a condition that is beyond our understanding, our control. There's no much we can do except when people like Touching Life, Airtel Touching Life come in. So we're happy to come here so that they will know what we are facing there.
Mr. Maboyega, how have all these issues affected you personally?
I need the titi.
Oúnjẹ
olòdì nára wa ká lára wọn jẹun ráyé tá bá fẹ́ pọnmi sí tó máa lé skul bá ti lọ ààrẹ ní pọnmi fún wa a kà máa dúró sílé ni títí omi kẹ́ bá wà tá bá débẹ̀ a máa bomi tá a máa lọ sílé ìdí ibi táwọn ọmọ ti ń lọ sí skul látọ̀dún wa ibi tí wọ́n ti ń lọ sí skul 500 naira owó skul nìkan kò wọ́kọ̀ kò tí ì sówó oúnjẹ ń bẹ̀. Tí ara ẹnìkan bá yá tán bá ní pé kán rọ̀ṣẹ̀ lọ sí hospital ká tó dé ọ̀nà ẹnìyẹn ó ti máa kú torí kò sí hospital lọ́dọ̀ wa.
Reverend, you know, people have to buy the water that they
we buy water.
And with the little money they have.
Yeah.
And I mean, what would happen to them if it continues this way?
If you continue this way, because of the economic situation in this country now, you see it is counting heavily on their pocket. Even their method of feeding would drastically be affected because the little money they're supposed to use, they are using for buying this what we call bottled water. But if they have the water on their own, they cannot put back this money into their own business and say their lifestyle will be improved.
So, Reverend, what is the worst that you've seen, especially with children in your community? If you had to paint a picture for us, see the worst things that you've seen happening to children, what would you say?
Worst I've seen there so far is because of the health of the children. They are not properly developed. In fact, it looks as if their nutrition level is very low. Because what contributes to it basically is because no good water to drink, to take care of them. You'll be surprised that these people drink from the mud ground, the water from the mud. So it's pathetic seeing them doing that. Why we have a government in the country, we have local government, nobody comes to their help. So that is why when we now have opportunity to come here, we buy the idea that maybe this is going to be an end to that water sovereign program. That is the most important issue.
Just like the Ilaja community, there are so many more communities around the country who have these numerous challenges, and they really don't have to go through that. You can find out more about this episode on our website, or you can follow the conversation on social media. You'll find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Join us after the break to see how Airtel will touch the lives of the Ilaja community. Welcome back to Airtel Touching Lives. We still have with us in the studio our guests from the Ilaja community. Welcome back to the program. Thank you so much for coming here, for spotlighting and showing us all the things that are going on in Ilaja, which a lot of people are not thinking about as well. And, Airtel definitely wants to do something for you. We know that we can't do every single thing, but we definitely want to do something that we think is important. And so Airtel wants to provide you with a borehole and a water treatment plant.
Glad for that. Yeah, very grateful for that.
How do you feel about it?
Well, I feel good, as you said it. I feel good. If you can do it, I'll be very, very happy. And all the whole community will be very happy.
We're doing it.
Yes, yes. All the whole community will be very happy.
Reverend, how do you think this is going to help or change things for you guys?
In fact, it's unbelievable because saying water, borehole with treatment, in fact, is very rare. So we are very grateful, and because we know it's going to affect the life of the community greatly. It's going to affect their social life, their economic life, all aspects of their life. It's going to be turned around. And on our part, we will try to compensate by patronizing Airtel.
And how do you feel about it? How do you think it's going to change?
Mo dúpẹ́ gan, inú mi dùn. Bí tí mo ṣe wà yìí, gbogbo inú mi kà ń dùn ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín, Ọlọ́run náà fún yín ṣe kalẹ̀.
Amen.
Mo dúpẹ́ o.
As they say, water is life. It is just great to see the smiles on their faces and hopefully how the lives of those in Ilaja will change as well. At Airtel Touching Lives, we hope to encourage you to also do something for those in your communities and your neighboring communities too. Until next time, you've been watching Airtel Touching Lives.
I moved into this place in 2001, and as at that time, Precious was in secondary school. She became a very close family friend. So one day I came back from work to hear that she had an accident. I said, what kind of an accident? She said, no, where she was working, that the machine cut off her hand.
When that happened, it was really painful. They have to rush me down to the hospital.
I saw a girl having to use her right arm to do everything, practically everything, writing, eating, doing everything, and now the right hand is chopped off.
When I woke up in the hospital bed and I found out that the arm is no longer there, I felt bad.
Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ iléeṣẹ́ yìí o. Gẹ́gẹ́ bó re tẹ́ ṣe fún wa. Iléeṣẹ́ yìí ò ní jóná o. Ọwọ́ yín dẹ̀ máa ròkè. Ire máa pẹ̀lú re fún yín ni o.
I wanna touch your life. I wanna be the change. I'm gonna shine my